Hey guys, if you guys haven't watched Undisputed 4, I recommend watching it straight off the bat. Before I give my review, it's a fantastic movie, and the reason why it's so fantastic is because you see this amazing, most complete fighter in the world, this time taking a more subtle, honourable, humble approach to this movie. It's an absolutely fantastic watch. If you guys like fighting movies, this is one of the best ones you're gonna watch, especially in 2016. You know, and Scott Adkins plays a fantastic role with Yuri Boyka. I just want to go over the movie briefly. Before I do that, I just want to say that in Undisputed 2, we see Yuri Boyka being this really aggressive, absolutely non-tolerant fighter who just destroys everybody, and he has such a ruthless personality. In the third one, we see him redeeming himself, i.e. the movie called Redemption, and he's changing as a person. He's becoming more kind, more subtle, more friendly, and in this fourth one here, it just shows a fantastic character. And why has he become like this is he's becoming more human-like. Before he was very beast-like, you know, just destroys his opponents. If he kills them, he kills them. So what? You break your leg, you break your arm, whatever. In this movie, we see him having a fight, and he's ready to go to a big tournament in Budapest, and he has to prove himself. Whilst proving himself, unfortunately, he kills his opponent. Now, his opponent had a family. He had a wife called Alma. And Boyka, in this movie, his quest is not just to fight for himself, and not just to prove himself as a great fighter, but to save himself in the other world. And he says it, that I don't care about this world. It's not this world that I care of. And really, by the money that he earns in the third one, and the money he earns from fighting, he uses that money on himself as surgery to fix his leg after he injured his leg in the second one in Undisputed 2. He also uses that money for the church as well, to provide them with Bibles and stuff that they need. And the priest there helps questioning him. He questions him that, do you think God, wants you to fight? And he says, like, God gave me a gift, and it'd be a waste if I don't use this gift in order to fight. And in his heart, he knew that maybe fighting is a good thing, but it can cause serious damage. And he shows that, because whilst proving himself to go to this big tournament in Budapest, he unfortunately kills his opponent by accident. Now, his quest then was completely changed. He's like, oh no, what have I done? And he wants to go to Russia to help this Alma, who's become a widow. And he signs up. This Alma lady is unfortunately in a lot of debt of this big timer, kind of the way like Gaga was a big timer. This guy's also a big timer, and he sort of owns the show where he lives in Russia. And Boyka decides to sign a deal with him with 3 fights and 1 fight against his champion as well, which is played by Martin Ford, who is this massive guy called Kashmar. He's just the most biggest, scariest monster you'll ever see. Anyway, Boyka ends up, hurting his back because he has a handicap match as well against 2 people. In this movie, he's really tested and really put to his paces, because he fights some amazing fighters. And again, at the end, he fights this really massive, beastie kind of guy, and it kind of reminds you of Rocky 4, where you see Drago and you just know Rocky can't win, but he pulls it off, and that's what happens in this movie. It's an absolute fantastic watch. Boyka defeats Kashmar at the end, and helps to save the girl Alma, and he kills the boss. He kills the guy he was working for, and I mean, he didn't like the guy anyway, but he just went there to help her, really, just get her a better life. And it's such a fantastic movie, because, like I said, shows Boyka under the light. Shows him as another side of Boyka, the more friendly, the most brilliant side of him, that's more human rather than beastie or beast mode. whatever you want to say. But yeah, absolutely fantastic watch. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. And yeah, what amazing. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. I loved it. It was fantastic. I think it's better. I think it's better when you see a fighter show his human side, and therefore he becomes more of a hero. Yeah, in my opinion. Thank you very much. Forgot to mention, it was great to see Boyka using a gun, and great to see Boyka in normal clothes, his leather jacket and his jeans just suit him perfectly. And in the end, he goes back to jail for killing the tyrant. He owns the show, and he bribes the cops. He's like Gaga, like I was saying, and he's not cool as Gaga at all. But anyway, he kills this warlord, or whatever you want to kill him, say. He kills him, and the girl meets Boyka in prison, and she tells him that she forgives him for what he did. And I think that was the right thing to do, because Boyka sacrificed a lot in order for her to have a better life, as he forgot his own dream of going to Budapest and really showing people what he's made out of. Instead, he goes on his own quest and helps this woman, Alma, which is brilliant. Absolute brilliant movie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Scott, for making this movie. And we need to keep this movie alive, so we need to support it. We need to buy it, not download it. If you have downloaded it, please purchase it as well. And just show your support for this absolutely incredible character that is Yuri Boyka. Thank you.